Hey there, team. Amanda here. Today, give me the next 5 minutes and I'll show you one of the potential reasons your team is struggling with accountability. And it's not specifically to do with your standard operating procedures or processes this time. I know, wild. Bear with me. Now, halfway through a call earlier this week, chatting to a potential client, and they said something to me that was honestly stunning and also not surprising at the same time. They said to me, half of our team have never actually met each other. Not once. Not on Zoom, not on Teams, not in passing, not by accident. And then, as much as this shouldn't surprise me because we do see it a fair bit, everything started to make sense. Breakdowns, miscommunications, that lack of accountability. The general vibe was where these silos operating independently and we don't really feel like a team. Because the thing is, you can't expect a group of strangers to act like a team. You need to actually create the environment to set them up for success. And you can't just build a team in a spreadsheet, right? It doesn't appear because we've suddenly said, all right, we're going to be a team now. And you can't hold people to shared standards or cultural norms or have them heading towards the same North Star if they don't share the same reality, right? You can't collaborate with people that you do not know. And if you don't know who's on the team, how many people are on the team, like what the different departments are, and you can't create ownership in your business, in your organization, when no one understands who knows what. Silos are real and they're worse than ever, especially with remote work. I am a huge advocate for remote work, but people need to understand the blueprint, right? So that's why I became obsessed with adding what I'll call a browsable people directory, or the team book, as we started calling it. It's like Facebook for your team, right? And this lives inside your business playbook. And team, yes, you should have an org chart. This is not the org chart. Yes. Excuse me. You should have a contact list of people. This is not the contact list. And it's not the meet the team page on your website that you haven't updated since 2018. I'm looking at some of you out there. This is a living, breathing map of the humans that help the business to run. Now, what do you need inside your team book? Let me show you. So what you're going to need is, and I'll just get my share screen cranking for you here, because I want to walk you through this one. It's super important that we communicate this information. Who's who in the zoo is another piece of language that I like to use. It might sound a little bit strange, but stay with me. You'll start to understand what I mean when we get into it here. All right. Now I've got something to write on, which is absolutely fantastic. Look at me go. Now I'm dangerous. When the technology wants to work. Fantastic. All right. So who's who in the zoo? So important that we get this information in there. So number one, who's who in the zoo? Who are they? So I'm talking names. We need what department they're in, what their job title is. Bonus points if you can add a position description. Now, here is another crucial bit of information: how they think. How they think. Now, without me going into a full-blown team synergy personality profiling session here, are they detail-oriented? Are they acting-oriented? Are they people-focused? Are they task-focused? That's a couple of examples of how you can help people understand how other people on the team think. A great way to do that would be with a tool like Reach. It's got all of that built into it. You can see some of our other videos about Reach LX. That would be a great way that you can do this and have it built into the system. Now, the next thing is what they're responsible for. So what are they responsible for? So that means, what in the organization, where does the buck stop with them? Or what are the things where the buck stops with them? Then where do they sit inside our system? Where do they sit in the system? So how do they coexist? Who do they work with? What are they like to, or sorry, what's their role in the organization, and how do they fit with the rest of the organization? How to work with them. So how to work with them. And this can include things like, come and set up a Teams call if I can help you with XYZ. Come and collaborate with me on this. So people understand how to work with them. Their working style is another one, and that ties back into how they think as well, their working style. And then a little bit about them as a human. So the humanity, right? What makes them a person? What do they love? What do they value? What do they care about? And what do they need to do their best work? Team, this is absolutely invaluable for creating clarity, connection, and it's this concept of operational empathy, right? So I understand you, you understand me, which means we can work better together. But it also means not just on that human level, as an organization, we can absolutely crush everything that we're working on. And this team, I don't see it done well at all. I'm trying to think if I've seen a great example of someone doing it before we step in. I can't think of one. If I'm forgetting you, I apologize. But this is not a nice to have. This is a key part of your operational infrastructure. When people understand each other, they collaborate better. And when they collaborate better, everything is easier in the organization. It's faster, it's smoother. People feel seen, heard, and understood. And this is not an SOP. This is your people directory, your people book, who's who in the zoo. And hey, if this is something that you're like, I just don't know where to start, Amanda, where do I even begin? If you want to see what a modern people directory should look like inside a really top tier business playbook, comment the word directory down below and we will send you some real examples that you can steal and you can implement straight away. Team,